Hi, let's talk about God of Mirrors. Internet has been creating God of Mirrors for a very long time, along with media as an industry. What is God of Mirrors? You can do it, I can do it. So, for example, when I started off, everybody was making in the internet space in 2004 a .com whose name was the coolest, so India.com, etc. And they thought the .com name was it. That was the business. Name matters, but that's not all that matters. Then later on, we learned that media buying was very lucrative, and everybody was doing massive margins on it. Till you realize that hey, this can be automated and it can be programmed, and so that margin went away, and agencies and SEO and SEM kind of went out of the window, because any middleman game over a period of time does not really survive, right? You need to build something which is native. Then the other bubble that came was recent was, of course, immersive and metaverse and all of that. And right from the days of Second Life till now, only thing that survived out of it is gaming mechanisms, game economy, and digital avatars, which you're now calling agents in whichever form. But out of that hubris, these three things came out. But you created these gods out of all of these bubbles that came, right? And Web3, of course, is a massive bubble out of which lots of frauds and lots of God of Mirrors came, because it projected all our stock market disappointment onto Web3 as a makkah, and we thought here is a quick rich scheme, etc., etc. But the basic principles of peer-to-peer, the basic principles of decentralization apply. Interoperability is an idea that Web3 has given us, which will survive, because the world that's coming will look for interoperability by default. And gaming engines will stay, because games are bigger than movies and music combined. So you look at this, right? So there is a lot of these trends, and now there's AI. So everybody and their mother is an AI specialist. Everybody's building MVP and POC, but the moment you go into scale, there are massive issues. And it's important to know this, because people who are good founders, what Sam did yesterday, Sam Altman and Mark Zuckerberg kind of giving you a warning. I don't think it's the warning. I think it's just a way to say that, okay, hey, build the MVP, build the POC. It's great to be able to show and not tell using AI as a tool, but it's still a tool. And it's a tool that goes awry because it hallucinates, and you have to know it. You can't be a slave to it. You have to be the master of it. You can't be a master of something unless you have very high humanity in a world which is becoming increasingly digital. So my sense is we have to go back to focusing on humanity, on our base skills. For example, if you're a copywriter, stay being a copywriter. If you're a designer, stay being a designer. Be very good at it, so that people are thankful that you exist in a increasingly mechanized version of the same job. So good founders are able to see through the hubris. They maintain their humanity. They don't fall for when they make a mistake, they move on very quickly. They don't stay in the